The feds love to flip girlfriends. Level 6, the ranflero. You're 30 years old. You're ancient in gang years. Most of the guys you come up with are dead or in prison serving life. But you're smart. You're careful. You've climbed up to the top. You're now the ranflero, the regional leader. You control MS-13 operations across an entire city, even multiple cities. You have 5 or 6 palabreros reporting to you. You oversee hundreds of soldiers. You're not on the streets anymore. You operate from the shadows. You run the organization like a corporation. You manage the supply chain. You negotiate with the cartels for cocaine and heroin shipments. You set the prices. You control the distribution. You also handle the finances. MS-13 brings in millions. You have to launder that money. You open legitimate businesses, a car wash, a construction company, a nightclub. The money flows through them, getting cleaned. You're pulling in $20,000 to $50,000 a week. You live in a nice house. You drive a new truck. You wear expensive clothes. To your neighbors, you're just a successful businessman. They have no idea, but the pressure is crushing. The FBI has a wire on your phone. You know this, so you never talk business on phones. You meet in person. You speak in code. They're also dealing with international politics. MS-13 is not unified. It's a collection of cliques that sometimes cooperate and sometimes war with each other. You have to keep the peace, and you're connected to the shot callers in prison. MS-13's highest leaders are locked up in maximum security prisons in El Salvador and the United States. They send out orders through lawyers and coded letters. When they say move, you move. When they say someone dies, that person dies. You're powerful, but you're not free. You're a prisoner of the life you chose. Level 7, the shot caller. You got arrested. The feds finally built their RICO case. You're looking at 30 years, no parole. You're going to die in prison. But here's the thing, prison is where MS-13 really lives. On the streets, you are powerful. In here, you're a king. You're sent to a maximum security federal prison. Within a week, you've connected with the other MS-13 members inside. There are dozens of them. They run the prison. You become a shot caller. You're one of the leaders inside. You control what happens on your cell block. You decide who gets protection and who gets stabbed. You settle disputes. You enforce the laws. You also communicate with the streets. Your wife visits once a month. She brings news. She takes your orders back out. You're in a cage, but you still have power. You run the prison economy. Drugs come in through corrupt guards. Phones come through drones. Money flows through commissary accounts. You tax everything. You also order hits. A guy in the streets is snitching. You make a phone call. 3 days later, he's dead. A rival gang member gets transferred to your prison. You give the order, he gets stabbed in the shower. Prison is your empire now. You have respect. You have authority. You have control. The only thing you don't have is freedom. Level 8. The international leader. There's one more level. The highest level. The founders. The legends. MS-13 was born in Los Angeles in the 1980s. Salvadorian refugees fleeing civil war formed a gang to protect themselves. But in the 1990s, the US government deported thousands of MS-13 members back to El Salvador. They took the gang with them. Now MS-13 operates in 2 worlds, the streets of America and the streets of Central America. The highest leaders, the founders who are still alive, sit in Salvadorian prisons. Places like Zatecaloca, a maximum security prison where MS-13 runs entire cell blocks. These men are ghosts. They don't have social media. They don't do interviews. They communicate through layers of intermediaries. But their world is absolute. When they send out an order, it travels from El Salvador to Los Angeles to New York to Virginia. Thousands of soldiers follow that order without question. You will never reach this level. These men built MS-13. They are mythology. They are the religion. You're just a soldier in their army. Level 9. The end. You're 35 years old. You've been in MS-13 for 21 years. You've been shot 4 times. You've killed 3 people. You've been to prison twice. You've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you've lost it all. You sit in your car outside your mom's house. She's old now. She cries every time she sees you. She begs you to leave the gang. She says it's not too late. But it is too late. There's no retirement plan. There's no walking away. You're MS-13 for life. Blood in, blood out. You start the car. You drive to the corner where you first stood 21 years ago as a paro. There's a new kid there. He's 14, he's watching, he's hungry. You see yourself in him, and the cycle continues.